way to overcome birthright citizenship.
Now, the executive order would apply to children of migrants born after February 19th. We're told the court's decision in Seattle should push back that deadline at least until they can schedule hearings.
Another executive order getting a lot of attention in our state, a law that will now allow immigration officers to enter and make arrests inside schools and places of worship. The Diocese of Grand Rapids now telling us that it's worried some parishioners will be too scared to attend church. Nikari Rolla, she's the director of Immigration Legal Services for the diocese, tells us churches will still be a place of sanctuary. The diocese is now reminding parishioners to exercise their right to remain silent unless they have an attorney present. They also remind everyone ICE will still need a warrant to enter homes. She also says the diocese will do what it can to protect congregants and will not share anyone's immigration status without a valid warrant.
There are a lot of reasons to be concerned, but we need to take things day by day and address changes as they come.
Fox 17 did reach out for comment from local GOP leaders and the ICE field office in Detroit. Still waiting to hear back. A good safety reminder for snowmobilers after a man was rescued while out for a ride in Oceana County.
That's right. The sheriff's office say the man was stranded in the snow and cold for at least 2 hours following a crash. Check out these pictures of him being carried away to safety. We're told the man from Spring Lake left on his snowmobile around 7:30 Wednesday night to head across Upper Silver Lake. Around 9:40, deputies got a call for a missing person. And while they were outside looking for tracks, they heard someone yelling for help from across the lake. The man, turns out, ran into an island because of poor visibility and was thrown from the snowmobile and stuck in freezing temperatures. He was taken to Trinity Health to get checked out. Meanwhile, outdoor enthusiasts can expect a price bump for any overnight camping trips starting this fall. For the first time in 3 years, the Michigan DNR will be increasing the price of staying overnight at modern and semi-modern state park campsites. Now, the price increase varies from $4 to $10 a night, depending on the location and amenities. Rustic state parks and forest campground prices will not increase. The DNR says the price hikes reflect an increase in demand for camping and will help with their long-term sustainability. The new rates will go into effect starting August 1st.
New this morning, 2 years after filming on location at Windmill Island Gardens, a new film, Holland, starring Nicole Kidman, finally making its premiere, described as a wildly unpredictable thriller. Nicole Kidman's character has to learn to adapt as her picture-perfect life in Holland is turned upside down by a deep, dark secret. Ooh. Well, now, if you do watch it, you might notice that most of the settings won't look that familiar. That's because the majority of that production was actually filmed in Nashville. But the iconic backdrop of Windmill Island Gardens just couldn't be replicated on a film set. That film will debut as a headliner at the South by Southwest Film Festival in Austin, Texas. It's coming up in March. No word yet when it might make it to a bigger theater release there as well. All right.
Did you know she's Australian?
Yeah, well, I knew she was married to the, what's his face?
That other guy, that other Australian
country
guy.
singer.
Yeah.
I'm learning a lot this morning about her.
And stay tuned, you'll learn a lot more about Nicole Kidman too.
All right, 6:11 still ahead.
I'm John Matarese. Temu and Shein offer great prices on clothing and household items, but what about quality? Some experienced shoppers give us their reviews.
And Lily turning 13 today. You might have gotten something from Temu. Happy birthday. Hope it's a great one. Aiden turning 17. Happy birthday, pal. Thanks for celebrating with us. Aubriella, it's your 5th birthday, and I hope it's your favorite so far. Happy birthday. Gideon turning 6. I think that's a dinosaur costume, and I think I like it. Bella Ray turning 5 today. I know I like your hat, Bella Ray. Happy birthday. Ensley turning 3. Happy birthday. Thanks for waking up with us today. And Daniel, lucky number 13. Hope it's a great one, pal. Ryder turning 2 today. Happy birthday, Ryder, and a happy 9th birthday to Audrey, and a heck of a catch, Aud. Really like that picture. Christopher's turning 8 today. Happy birthday. And Xander and his big tractor turning 5. Happy birthday, pal. Josephine, happy 8th birthday. Hope you're having a great day. Good thing it fell on a Friday. Veronica turning 7 today. Happy birthday. And Ryla turning 8 today. Happy birthday to you. Alea turning 8 today as well. A couple of 8s on this Friday morning. If you'd like to celebrate your child's birthday with us, send in their name, age, and a photo to mornings@fox17online.com. Welcome back, everybody. Let's take a look at some of our top stories today, starting with this one. President Donald Trump has pardoned anti-abortion activists who were convicted of blocking access to and temporarily shutting down reproductive health clinics. He signed the pardon in a White House ceremony on Thursday, and is set to address the annual March for Life in a pre-taped video. Now, Trump was the first sitting president to attend the anti-abortion rally when he spoke at the event in 2020.
Purdue Pharma is now in its Sackler family. Owners have now reached a $7 billion settlement, resolving thousands of lawsuits alleging OxyContin pain medication caused a nationwide opioid addiction crisis. Under that new deal, the Sackler family does not receive immunity from potential future opioid lawsuits. Individual victims who don't join that settlement could still pursue their own lawsuits against the company.
And United Healthcare has named a new CEO following the murder of Brian Thompson back in December. The company on Thursday announced Tim Knoll will take over that role. He moves up from heading United Medicare and Retirement Division after joining the company in 2007. Well, Temu and Shein were the two most downloaded shopping apps of last year, with hundreds of millions of downloads. And the retailers are somewhat controversial, but promise really crazy low prices.
Our consumer reporter John Matarese is looking at what's worth buying on those apps and what you might want to skip so you don't waste your money.
Bargain shopping? Well, when it comes to price, nothing compares these days with Chinese retailers Temu and Shein. But what do you get when it comes to quality? Well, I turned to some experienced shoppers to find out. Jill Ernst loves showing off her Temu hauls.
It's a fairly nice sweater, has a hood to it.
Button-up sweater, $20. Laundry organizer, just $15. She's about to buy a new pet gate for her dog.
The pet gate is $4.
$4?
Yeah, $4.
That's it.
That's it.
Jill loves the prices, but says quality can be hit or miss. She says this bargain neck pillow turned out to be no bargain at all.
So I actually had to buy this one after I bought this one because this one just doesn't work.
What about Temu competitor Shein? Smart shopping expert Trey Bodge likes it for one-off clothing items like party attire.
A sequin blouse, for example, or a little fur jacket, a faux fur jacket. You can get these things very inexpensively.
But she warns shoppers that in some cases you get what you pay for.
This is very fast fashion.
Bodge says she's less impressed by clothing on Temu.
However, they do have lots of little household items, like little kitchen gadgets and things like that I've had some good luck with.
And she says returns through both apps have been straightforward and simple. Jill disagrees.
Returns are annoying.
Jill says if you're looking for deals on household items,
Bargain.
Temu can save serious cash. Bodge just cautions overspending on things you don't need.
They're shooting you offers. You can spin a wheel to save a little bit more. Just be very mindful when you're shopping to kind of ignore all the bells and whistles that are going on.
And that way you don't waste your money. I'm John Matarese.
Good morning, everybody. 6:20 on a Friday morning, and what we're tracking, well, all the graphics are blue. That means no advisories, no watches, no warnings. We can settle things down this time around. As a matter of fact, we may get in on some sunshine as we progress on through the day, but highs are going to be on the chilly side, only around 20 degrees. Some light snow showers are probably going to develop for some of us late tonight. Going into tomorrow, areas north and west of Grand Rapids might pick up maybe an inch or two, and then there may be another inch or two in those same areas as we go Saturday night into Sunday morning. But it's going to be really light, and some of us won't see much of anything except maybe a dusting. There'll be a few more chances at hitting 30 degrees or better in our 7-day coming up. She'll show you in just a minute. Across Muskegon County, Ottawa, western Kent County, you may pick up a passing snow shower, a few flakes or flurries this morning, still coming off Lake Michigan, but really, really light stuff that's going to continue to diminish. Will dry out the atmosphere and might see a little bit of sunshine for some of us today. Temperatures right now squarely in the teens out there, 16 in Grand Rapids. It feels feels like it's in the single digits, though, with that little bit of a wind chill. So it is still on the chilly side out there. We had more snow shower activity there, lake effect variety, 6 hours ago. But over the last time loop here, in the last 6 hours, we've really shrunk that down. And again, there's not much off to our south and west. We may get in on a little bit of sunshine, especially from Grand Rapids to the south as we go on through the day. But this day itself will be on the dry and quiet side for the most part. Maybe some afternoon sunshine. High temperatures up around 20 degrees with a southwest wind at about 5 to 15 miles per hour. There is high pressure down to our south. Even the forecast model kind of breaks up some of that cloud cover as we go through the afternoon hours. So hopefully we see some of that. Consider it a bonus if we do, because it will be short-lived. There's a warm front that's going to lift on through the Great Lakes. And as it does, well, you can see there may be a burst of some snow showers late tonight into tomorrow morning, especially along the lake shore and off to the north and west of Grand Rapids. Maybe a little bit of a lake enhancement there with a southwest wind. So I could see maybe an inch or two in those areas. Everybody else, less than an inch or probably just a dusting for some of us. But we get into the mild air tomorrow as a warm front goes on through. Breezy, temperatures up around 30 degrees. And then as a cold front moves this way Saturday night, Saturday evening, that may produce another little burst of some snow showers again. Maybe an inch or two at best. It's not going to be really heavy, but there'll be cooler air behind that. That'll set us up for Sunday, even though Sunday afternoon we may go back to some sunshine, but it will be cooler. Here's what the forecast model is showing for snowfall right on through that entire time frame. Most of us less than an inch, but from Grand Rapids off to the north and west with a little bit of a lake enhancement and closer to that low pressure system, could be on the order of maybe about 2 or 3 inches for some of us, but generally light snow, especially after what we've come through the last couple of weeks here. 20 degrees for the high today, 30 degrees tomorrow with that light snow possible, a breezy day. 23, we knock our temperatures down behind that system on Sunday, maybe a little bit of sunshine later in the day on Sunday. Monday, we are at or above the freezing mark, but it's going to be a windy day, and then we may see some snow develop as we get into Monday night going into Tuesday. That 30 is at midnight because it'll fall throughout the day behind an Arctic cold front, but we won't feel the Arctic air that we felt this past week. And then 35 on Wednesday. That's our forecast at 6:23.
All right, the time is now, like Kevin said, 6:23, and still ahead, a burst water pipe at Grand Rapids Public Museum is soaking some invaluable artifacts. We'll tell you what led to the leak and how experts are working to restore what was damaged.
Lady Lakers now heating it up on the basketball court. Griffins head north for a 2-game set with the Moose. Thomas Cook has a look at some highlights in your morning sports report.
Grand Valley women's basketball is once again one of the top teams in all of Division II. The Lakers, the top-ranked team in the Midwest with just one loss all year. At home last night, taking on Parkside in conference play early third quarter. Lakers playing hot potato. Molly Anderson dishes it off, gets it right back. She's wide open, knocks down the three. Grand Valley, a 16-point lead. Later in the quarter, Paige Van Stee intercepts the pass to Thornapple Kellogg. Grad goes coast to coast for the lay-in. Lakers blowing it open. Fourth quarter, Lakers defense was stifling all night. Come up with another steal. Mackenzie Bisbal wide open in the corner. She gets it. She drills it. Lakers roll 72-43. On the men's side, GVSU in the middle of a tight conference race. A win last night would get them above 500 on the season. William Dunn drives baseline. Roaring and soaring, Lakers take a 1-point lead. Later in the first half, Trevor Smith Jr. stops, pops, fills it up. The three-pointer good. Grand Valley goes up 3. It was a back-and-forth first half, now down 3. Freshman and Granville native Cam Regnis driving and going to throw it on the two-handed slam. Lakers win it 59-49. The Grand Rapids Griffins headed north to Manitoba for a 2-game set with the Moose. A great opportunity to get some points and some breathing room in the division. The Griffins, the top team in the Central Division. The Moose, dead last. Griffins trailed 3-1 after 2 periods last night. Then they came alive in the third. Joe Sindley rebounds his own shot and sneaks it in the back of the net to bring it to a 1-goal game. 2 minutes later, Andre Beecher going to flash right in the middle, finds a pocket, the one-timer, ties the game at 3 apiece. We got a brand new ball game. 3 goals in less than 5 minutes for Grand Rapids last night. Brogan Raftery rifles one in. Griffins score 4 goals in less than 9 minutes to win it, 5-4. That is a look at your morning sports. I'm Thomas Cook.
All right, don't forget, you might still be nursing a little bit of heartbreak from the Lions' loss, but this Sunday is the NFC Championship game. Philadelphia Eagles take on the Commanders. You can watch it right here on Fox 17 at 3 p.m. Do you have any thoughts there?
I know I'll be watching it right here on Fox 17. And I think it's your patriotic duty to do so.
Okay.
So that's my thought on the whole situation.
All right, 6:29 still ahead this morning.
President Donald Trump ordering the release of documents related to several assassinations. Coming up, when you could read the files on John F. Kennedy and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
30 elementary school students shaken up, nearly a dozen injured after a bus crashes during this week's winter weather in Michigan. How parents are now reacting to that incident.
One of our around-the-clock security guards, noticed a drop of pressure in our fire suppression system and some alarms going off.
And then came the leak. Now on Fox 17 Morning News, a closer look at the damage caused by a burst water pipe at the Grand Rapids Public Museum after this bitter cold that we had this week.
Nearly a dozen children hurt during a bus crash during this week's slam of winter weather in Michigan. Now the school is in the hot seat. My parents say their kids shouldn't have been on that bus in the first place.
And uncovering some hidden truths of 2 deaths that still shock Americans. We've got some more details on what President Donald Trump is doing to order the release of more JFK and MLK assassination files.
You're watching Fox 17 Morning News.
All right, giving you a live look downtown Grand Rapids. These big old birds, they're right out, right along the river. This is a World of Winter, of course. Many of you probably not wanting to walk around the city this week, but we are in for a great weekend of winter weather just to be able to enjoy, not freeze your
tail.
You know what? Off. Yeah.
Well, it's a perfect weekend for it with the temperatures skyrocketing into what are we at right now? 16?
Yeah, we'll get to 20. Ooh, we'll make 20.
We'll double it tomorrow, though, right?
Well, we won't. No, we'll get to 30 tomorrow. Yep, but there might be some light snow showers by that time. So, let's take a look at what's going on to get people out the door this morning. As we head all the way down into the southeastern portion of the viewing area, Branch County, Coldwater. Good morning, everybody. We had some snow falling there yesterday at this time. You could see dry, quiet conditions out there for the most part. We might have a few passing snow showers, flakes, or flurries on radar in these areas. We got a southwest wind, so places like Ottawa County, Muskegon County, Western Kent County, maybe a snow shower, a few flakes or flurries, but that's going to continue to wind down here. I think also with that southwesterly wind giving us some lake effect cloud cover, areas from Grand Rapids southward stand the best chance at seeing some sunshine as we go through the afternoon hours. If the high pressure area down to our south can overcome the lake effect component, maybe we break up more of that cloud cover and we all get in on a little bit of sunshine this afternoon. Fingers crossed for that. It still is chilly, though. We've got temperatures that are in the middle teens out there right now. Wind chills are in the single digits in some areas, so that's what you want to dress for if you're heading out this morning. We look at our Friday planner here then. Temperatures will climb only to about 19, 20 degrees today. We'll keep in mind that sunshine for some of the areas we go into the afternoon hours. So generally a dry, quiet, uneventful day. But a burst of about an inch or two of snow will be possible as we get into late tonight and our Saturday morning, and then again Saturday night into Sunday, and then maybe we get above the freezing mark in the 7-day forecast. We'll look at that, and we'll track all those systems out. Coming up in just a few minutes, it's 6:35.
Temperatures are improving and the traffic situation is improving when compared to yesterday, too. A lot of green, meaning people are moving at about the average speed, let's say 63 miles per hour, for example, there on 196. Let's take a little closer look, though. We do have a few accidents to pay attention to. They don't seem to be backing up traffic very much at this hour, but we've got this crash here, 196 westbound crash right after exit 37 and 96, that kind of interchange there. And then another one up north, M44 Belding Road crash at Kitston Drive. So those are the only things we're seeing. And again, not too bad outside of that, and even those crashes aren't causing too much of a backup when it comes to the traffic flow. So that's your look at traffic so far.
Grand Rapids Public Museum back open this morning, but this place is still drying out after a water pipe burst, spraying a portion of invaluable artifacts. So it was noticed early yesterday morning, the problem caused by a frozen pipe that had burst in the main Galleria portion of that museum. over the Grand Rapids streetcar from the 1890s. So water also getting to a section of the Old Streets of Grand Rapids exhibit, dripping into the museum's grocery store space. Some of the brick tiles near the pipe also had to be ripped out after cracking and buckling, all because of the cold weather. Good news though, leaders at the museum say that they were able to still restore those artifacts back to their original condition.
We're working really hard to make sure that we track down all the places that the water got to, and get fans and dehumidifiers and things like that to get it dried out.
And a quick heads up, if you are planning to pay the museum a visit today, there might still be some fans going as you're walking around, and a couple artifacts out of place as they continue to dry. Developing right now, a man could spend the rest of his life behind bars after breaking into an Ottawa County home and sexually assaulting a woman who lives there. Dominique Hawkins was found guilty of first-degree criminal sexual conduct, first-degree home invasion, and resisting and obstructing an officer. The incident happened last April. Now, according to Holland Police, the victim called 911 after Hawkins had broken inside. Officers arrived and shined a light into that home, spotting him, and he quickly ran out. Hawkins was arrested after a short chase. We're told that he and the victim did not know each other. He is due back in court for sentencing coming up in March.
And a man is dead this morning following a house fire in Muskegon County. Firefighters were called to a home off Hancock Street in Montague right around 6 a.m. yesterday, and were told by that time the crews realized that the house was engulfed in flames. Once they were able to get inside, they found the man had already died. It took firefighters more than 3 hours to clear the scene. The cause of the fire and the man's cause of death are still under investigation. And a terrifying situation in southeast Michigan has left students and parents terrified after a school bus full of children slid into a ditch and crashed.
Yeah, around a dozen elementary school students hurt in this, some as young as 7 years old. That incident happening Thursday afternoon in Augusta Township, just south of Ann Arbor. It's when the school bus filled with about 30 kids and a driver ran into a ditch. Injuries ranging from a bump on the head to broken noses. Some parents say they heard about what happened through other parents in the news and not from the school. Their 6-year-old daughter, Tony, was on that bus. Take a listen.
I haven't gotten a call. Nobody told me my child was in a bus accident. Like, we had to figure that out ourselves.
There was a big pile of ice and then he slid and made me scared because I hit my head on the window super hard.
Are you okay? Where does it hurt?
My whole forehead.
Schools involved, Lincoln Consolidated, say that they will be reviewing all transportation safety protocols following this crash. However, some families impacted say they believe schools should have been closed because of road conditions, or the roads should have been treated better.
And new this morning, the Ottawa County Clerk's Office will no longer be contracting local clerks for next year's election cycle. They say it's a decision driven by disappointing voter turnout rates. Officials say that under the county-managed early voting structure, turnout was significantly lower, with Ottawa County reporting just 13% participation. In contrast, neighboring Allegan County achieved a turnout of 24%, while Kent County's rate stood at 18%.
6:40 right now, and another day, another round of confirmation hearings for President Trump's cabinet picks on Capitol Hill.
Yeah, Pete Hegseth, the man nominated to become defense secretary, has advanced through the Senate, and his confirmation vote could still happen as early as today. Now, his advancement so far is happening despite objections from Democrats and unease among some Republicans. Their concerns revolve around Hegseth's alleged behavior, which includes sexual assault, excessive drinking, and his lack of qualifications. 2 Republican senators broke ranks yesterday to oppose Hegseth.
The president signing off on an executive order to declassify the remaining files related to the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, Senator Robert F. Kennedy, and Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. That order states that the King and Kennedy families and the American people deserve transparency and